Ah, shit. Get your tea and your popcorn because this is going to be another good one. So, you guys have probably seen the biracial girl who got famous for doing that line dance. So she's all over TikTok. She's going viral. Apparently, she's charging 6K for people to book her to teach the dance. And guess who's upset about that? You guessed it, unambiguous, monoracial, dark skinned black women. And you know why? It's because apparently the originator of the dance, so I keep hearing multiple different names, but most people are saying that this unambiguous woman on the screen is the one who created the dance. And it's like, okay, if black women want other black women to be famous, why did they bypass the originator of this line dance and give all this attention to the biracial girl? And also, with her charging 6K to teach a dance, are you guys really that broke to where you're getting jealous over $6,000? Are you that poor? Like, if you're broke, just say it. And by the way, I thought the black community was dusty. What happened to that talking point? I thought that Exoticals only get attention when it comes to dusty black people. So why do you care if she's getting $6,000 from a dusty community? I thought you guys were divesting from the black community anyway. So let's look at some of these comments on her TikTok. This person says, pay her, not the other one who ain't even made this dance up. Somebody says, the fact that you are the originator with only 2,000 likes is crazy. And then somebody responded, they said, because people would rather go on Janelle's stuff and complain about her skin tone than share and comment on Tiana's. Exactly. Their hatred for women who benefit from colorism, texturism, or featureism, their hatred for us is bigger than their love and support for unambiguous women. So they made yet another social climbing mistake of making women that they hate famous, making women who don't look like them famous, giving clout and attention to women who don't look like them. Somebody says, love how she do the dance better. Not too extra, just right. And you can actually see the steps. People saying she be looking bored. And that's insane. Well, she does look bored in some of the videos. But I find it hilarious how first people say the black community is dusty. But then if you're getting $6,000 from the black community, now you got all these black people making these funny TikToks like, oh, I heard they were paying 6K to do line dances. So now you got all these unambiguous people trying to learn line dance steps so they can become teachers now. And it's because Exoticals are the standard for social climbing. And Exoticals are proof that you don't have to be the most talented dancer. I don't actually think there's anything wrong with the biracial girls dancing. I think that if she were truly a bad dancer, she wouldn't have had so much attention on TikTok. Like if she was truly that bad, if the dance truly looked that ugly, then it wouldn't have gone viral like it did. I can see me sitting in the back of my car, banging my head on the window. I can see me glasses and everything in my billfold.
What in the Billy Blue Blazes are you doing?
You ain't heard these little gals out here getting that 6K just to do a damn line dance? I'm finna learn every damn one of them.
Ooh-wee. But I don't think them damn boots they talking about putting on the ground.
I don't think it matters the goddamn boots. They coming to see me, not the boots. You think this move here get me 6K?
Oh, a little lower. Go a little lower. I think that's what she did. Uh-huh.
What about this move? You think it's gonna give me 6K?
I think that'll get you at least 3.
3?
Ooh.
Hell, for that 6K, come with me and the horse. Pony if you need me to bring the motherfucker. I know this worth the 6K.
Ooh, girl. Yeah, ma'am. We go. Can I get 2K?
So this is the original creator. Allegedly, this is the original creator of the line dance. She said, y'all asked for another tutorial to Morgan Whalen and Twista's Dangerous. So let's take a look at how she interacts on the camera.
Hey y'all, don't mind my voice, but I'm trying to get over a cold. But y'all asked for a tutorial on the Morgan Wallen with Twista, the remix to Dangerous. And I'm gonna try and give y'all like different angles, but I'm gonna try my best. So, okay. You're gonna start up with your right foot. You go up, down, down.
Okay, so I'm not saying that she doesn't have any personality. She just has a different personality than the other girl. Like she has a different, The other girl is very animated and vibrant, and like she shows her family members and stuff on her TikTok. So if that's what's causing more people to connect with her, I don't see how that's a bad thing. Black women will ignore unambiguous black women like this girl, who's just, she's just chilling in her backyard with some jeans and a hoodie on. They'll ignore girls like her so they can live vicariously through biracial women. And then they'll turn around and complain about the same biracial women they made famous. But this person says, you need to name this dance and trademark it. Okay, how are you going to trademark a dance to where nobody else can do the dance? If no one else can do the dance, then it's not going to be viral. Somebody says, promoting you, because ain't no way girl got paid off your dance. Well, yeah, this is just proof. If anything, this is proving that unambiguous black women are bad at social climbing then. Because you're calling yourselves the blueprint, but then when a blueprint woman like this TikTok creator right here comes online, you guys ignore her in favor of a biracial woman and then turn around and get mad that she's famous. I've noticed a lot of black women have this obsession with being the creator and the originator of certain things. Just because you created something, it doesn't mean that you're going to be the one to popularize it. Okay? So if you create something, the Exoticals are the ones who make it popular. We're the ones who get the attention for that thing. I mean, when I'm looking at the two of them dancing, it's very clear that the biracial girl has a lot more energy. So if that's a part of what made her go viral, then it is what it is. And then you got people roasting the biracial girl. They're saying, can B hear the music? Somebody said, I'm not sure she can. Are they dancing to the same song? Somebody says, it is. B just be adding extra stuff to it. Okay, so if she added to it, then it's not copying the exact dance. It's her remixing it and making it her own. If you add moves to a dance, then that means you technically did make a whole new dance then. Like if she's adding the arms and shoulder popping and whatever it is she's doing, I don't see why she can't get paid for that. Like, just admit you don't want biracial women to get paid. This person says A is smooth with it, B is trying too hard. Somebody said, she looked like she doing it natural to me, or I'm tripping. Somebody said, Negro, yo ass just like the white girl. This person says, just because that's the kind of girls you like does not mean it's smoother than the creator. So do you see how they're actually putting her on a pedestal? Because they're assuming that she only got famous because of the male gaze. So they're actually complimenting the biracial girl. They're saying, oh, you like her. Men like her. That's why she became popular off of the dance. Somebody said, now this is funny. How are we going to be biased when we black people tell you something about how to dance to our own damn music? Somebody said, nah, you the fuck being biased. So I'm not going to be able to play the sound on this, but it's a remix of a Twista song, and it has Morgan Wallen on it, and he is definitely a country artist. So it's basically a fusion of both black and white culture coming into the music, or at least in terms of the artists. And for those of you who are like, oh, well, black people created all the different kinds of music. Okay, so then why aren't you gatekeeping all the white people then? Why aren't you keeping the same energy with all the other non-black artists and dancers out there? Why are you just pinpointing this random biracial girl on TikTok? This person says, it's an opinion. B looks like she fighting the beat. Isn't it interesting how suddenly all these black people in the comments are experts on dancing? You guys sound like you sure know a lot about dancing for someone who's jealous over $6,000. If you're mad that she's getting paid $6K for a line dance, it's because your ass has never been paid $6K for a line dance. So how are you going to tell somebody who's literally more advanced than you in the line dance community how to do a line dance? She's the one that's getting paid for it. She's the one that's booked and busy. You guys are just talking shit in the comment section. This person says he's an Uncle Ruckus. That's why he jumps for those people. This is why Harriet had to get rid of some. So she's talking about Harriet Tubman, how she used to hold up a pew pew to people who didn't want to escape. So she's literally saying that this unambiguous guy deserves to be unalived because he supports a biracial woman. So apparently if you support biracial women, you need to be unalived. This person says, B ain't killing nothing but the damn grass she's stomping on. Okay, then why did you guys make her so famous though? This person says A is better because she is matching the speed and mood of the song. Slow, smooth, take your time and enjoy. Also, she created the dance, so she is the best to do it. Okay, it's funny how now that a biracial woman is more famous, now suddenly you guys want to backtrack and say, oh no, this random unambiguous girl is the best to do it. Even though we ignored her until a biracial woman got famous, now we want to dig her up out of the TikTok abyss so we can triangulate her with this biracial woman who's charging $6K for a line dance. And also about the whole 6K thing, so apparently this dance, like, they're doing it on trail rides or something, and somebody was saying that some of those events can have up to 40,000 people at them. So hell yeah, I would charge 6K. So you're telling me I have to teach 40,000 people, or I have to have a dance set up for an event that's going to have tens of thousands of people at it? Yeah, 6K is actually not bad. She's essentially performing the dance in front of a whole bunch of people. So, yeah, that sounds like a pretty normal price to me. Also, if you go on Jay Barbie's page, she has like over 200K followers now. On one of her TikToks, the one that she pinned, people are trolling her. Somebody's like, I think them jeans need a break. Somebody says the whole outfit. I was thinking the same thing. I know them jeans and boots tired as hell. And it's like, you guys do realize that by commenting on her videos this much, you're still promoting her in the algorithm. Somebody else said, she not doing nothing. Exactly. This person says, right, I will never feel the need to have social media validate me. Duh. People do all these videos for clout, so I'm giving her some. It's just not what you want to hear. You too must be a social media clout chaser. So sad. Willing to do irrelevant things to try to stay relevant. Somebody called them out. They said, why y'all so jealous? Like, if she was dark skin or brown skin, it wouldn't be a problem. Like, y'all so weird. Somebody said, yes, it would. This about her dance movement, not what the F she looked like. Girl, shut the F up, for real. And then the girl calls them out again. She says, it's definitely about how she looks. Her dancing is good, and she can do all the line dances perfectly. Definitely more than any of y'all can that's hating. Somebody else says, I bet you wish you knew what it felt like to do the nothing she did here and get 89K likes on one video also. Must have been something. Why don't you do it too and see how it works out? Exactly. If what Exoticals are doing is so easy and we're so untalented and we have nothing going for ourselves and we're stiff and we slither around like a snake, which is what they're trying to say about this woman's dancing, then why don't you do it? Why didn't those unambiguous women who did the dance better, why didn't they go viral? This person says same moves in every video, same sideways grind with the hands in front to every song. Somebody says, why are you mad? I said the same thing. It's like, okay, if biracial women's dancing is so basic, then why can't unambiguous women get famous doing the same thing? Do we have privilege or not? Do mixed women have privilege or not? Do we have more visibility than you or not? Which one is it? This person says she acting like she the creator when she not. How is she acting like the creator by doing a dance? If I do the electric slide, that doesn't mean that I'm saying I created the electric slide. Do you see how high of a pedestal they place us on? Whenever they view you as more privileged than them, they're going to think that you think you're better than others. You know, it's that typical thing. Oh, she thinks she's the creator. So because she looks like a colonizer, you're assuming that she is a colonizer. Like she's coming to colonize the dance. You know, she's coming to take over and erase and outshine the unambiguous dark-skinned women that created the dance. This person says she's not acting like that, though. She's just dancing, and you hate it. How, little girl? She's just dancing. You girls and women that are jealous of other women who are having fun are pathetic. Somebody says she's black, ma'am. This person says, who's us? Because if you knew facts, she's both. She's mixed. This person says, always pulling up them pants. So they're literally roasting this girl because she happens to be pulling up her pants while she's dancing. Is she supposed to let her jeans sag down so you can see her ass? Like, are you supposed to be able to see her hoo-ha in the middle of the TikTok video? If you would have been able to see everything, you guys would have complained and said she's a hoe. But the fact that she's pulling up her pants so they don't fall down while she's dancing, oh, that's still weird. That still needs to be called out. This person says, how many times I'ma see this fit? So now they're saying she's wearing the outfit too many times. Do you see how much they worship us? They're memorizing our outfits. They're memorizing when our pants are falling down. They're memorizing how we move our shoulders, where we do our hand placements in the middle of dances. And do you see how it just makes us more and more famous? It keeps building our pedestal more and more. So now this girl has hundreds of thousands of followers because of the anger of unambiguous women. Do you see how easily they're able to be rage baited? All you have to do is make unambiguous women pissed off and you'll become famous. This person says you owe homage to Jasmine because she is the blueprint, saying that another creator is the real blueprint. But I thought it was the girl Tiana. Now they're saying it's somebody named Jasmine. This person says that's not how my peoples did it, but okay, girl. But the girl is black, so what people? Y'all aggravated. This child is mixed. Get over it. She is mixed. She is not a black woman. Quit playing. You can't be serious. So her dancing has now started an entire argument about racial categorization. This person says, y'all so aggravating with that. She mixed, baby. All my cousins black, and they all mixed. So your point is? This person says, biracial, quite literally, is not black. Okay, so if you're saying biracial is not black, why do you say that the children of biracial mothers are just black? If somebody has a biracial parent and a black parent, wouldn't that mean they have a non-black parent? For those of you who say the biracial is not black talking point. So do you see how they always move the goalpost for what's mixed and what's black? When they want to throw you into blackness, they'll say, oh, your biracial mom is black and you're black. Kind of like they do with Beyonce. But this person is saying biracial is not black. She is not a black woman. You may want to be a mixed woman, but she ain't ever going to be a black woman. This person says, she black, LMAO. Biracial people are quite literally black. This person says, no, they're biracial, which is black. Bi miserable. No, actually it's black and whatever she is mixed with. Black is black and mixed is mixed. Exactly. Biracial just means you are more than one race. You know, you're two races. So she is both black and white. Anyway, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comments section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.